Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Morcier. I wanted to come and say hello. Wish you a happy Saturday, happy weekend. Comment on this energy shift. That for this energy shift has been going on for quite a while, and it will continue to go on. But we're moving into a time where there may be great breakthrough that may be coming in, and so I wanted to also say not to worry if you have a hard time at some time to you have physical pain or hard time to concentrate or hard time to meditate, hard time to connect. It's because the energies are extremely accelerated. So we have to work with our higher self in order to always balance out what is going on, to calibrate the energies, to get as much rest as possible. Yet always work on your concentration of your spiritual energy, on your connection to the world of spirit. And for nothing is lost, even if we feel like sometimes something we lose something from the one experience, one moment to the next, everything has been built, life built. And so it is important to stay focused on this higher dimension. And the heart is the GPS. The heart knows all things. That's the highest wisdom you will ever get is from your own heart. And your heart, we don't see the heart, but we know we have one. It's like the brain. We don't see it, but we have one. We know that. So we can accept that we can unfold the love from within our heart, and we have a higher self. We do not know. Some people do not know they have a higher self, a magical divine being of light that is projecting this reality down onto this earth plane. But as we know that, we can work with those energies until we know we accept the fact that we have a higher self. Then we want to integrate this higher self. For it, integration is through love, light, and wisdom. I wanted to say that poverty is something that's been sold on to humanity, but it's really a part of the propaganda and the control. Divinity is always rich, always abundant. If you are a son of God or daughter of God, then God is infinitely rich, and so by extension, you should be rich, and you deserve abundance, you deserve riches, and so. There is no nobility in poverty. It's really part of the propaganda exercise that was given to men in order to control them for the powerful. If people believe that they have to be poor in order to be happy, they're a lot easier to control. And so it is about reconnecting to this ability to allow to know that you deserve these riches, this abundance for the. There is absolutely nothing wrong within abundance, and when poverty is actually what we want to get rid of for the whole planet. But people have been living in this whole of humanity has been living in the sense with this idea of lack, and so this lack is really what their conditioning and mental process do prevent the universe from bringing this abundance. But there is a great shift that is coming. So let us. Prepare ourselves for that. The situation for us is authenticity. It's about being authentic. It's about being true to ourselves. It's about us. We want to be as true as possible. And when we say something that deviates a little bit, just bring it back. Just realize, this wasn't exactly true. I said something where it was exaggerated or it was deformed. It's like just catch it up. Don't blame yourself, but always try to be as true as possible. And what comes around the situation is liberation. There is a sense of liberation that is coming up. So it's about the freedom. So we do want to already thank our guides, and even if you don't feel totally free, totally rich, totally in total health, in total abundance, in total creative flow, know that it is coming. As you focus onto that, you may already thank God and your spirit guides for providing that for you, because it informs the universe that is really what you want and that you're really ready to receive it, and then it will come. So as you to manifest it, what's before us, we see before us in our conscious mind is the judgment. There is a judgment. The higher mind will eventually judge the situation. The divine law is about to be restored on the planet, and so it is not about for us to judge. But the judgment will definitely clear up a lot of things. There's a great deal of revelation that will come into our mind. For revelation can come at any time, through our dreams, through our meditations, while we're doing anything. Accept whatever is revealed into your mind as a temporary experience that gives you wisdom. But there may be revelation from in the media. Some things maybe there may be ascended master that will come and speak in the media that will soon expose this whole process, what we've been going on, and all the humanity will know. There will be no turning back after that, and the whole world will have shifted once this event happened, and so. And right now, a lot of those revelation may just bring up a lot of darker things. But as light workers, we're not surprised about those darker things. We have seen that they're really going on. But then they appear in the media, and so we can see the ins and outs of things. We can see behind the veil. We see so we want to be contemplative, to be in neutral state, so that we can enjoy it without being trapped in and into this dissolving matrix of the third dimension, and to move into this vision of the freedom and the golden age, and the reopening to our fifth dimensional nature, the galactic nature, where we'll be able to travel into the ships and visit all those planets and those marvelous universes that are before us. We are a key generation where we're going to see the old paradigm, and we're going to bring in the new paradigm. So it is very important. Our mission is very important. This is on our subconscious. This friendship is anchored within the subconscious. So friendship is one of the most important thing to be true to. It's about being true, to be able to connect on a deep level, to have fun, to enjoy ourselves. Our friends make us rich as well. What we are now is unity. We're working on this unity. We're becoming one with the one that is all, with our soul, with our spirit. And what is coming in the near future is temperance. It means we're going to be able to become master of ourselves. Because when we intemperate, we become slave of ourselves. This is the darker part that's taking over. But when we're temperate means not to go into any excess. Not excess, even in virtue is no good. We have to let things balance out. It's why all those often in politics there is like people are into extremes, and they want to and none of the extreme will work. It's about balancing out all those ideas and ideals in order to bring into a system that will englobe it all, where everybody will be able to fulfill his own vision. For life is created from inside. There is 8 billion people here, and there's 8 billion vision, 8 billion universe, 8 billion timelines, 8 billion planets. So everybody's got his own truth, 8 billion truths. So we want to be able to find a way so we can coordinate all of those realities, so that everybody can find their fulfillment. What we are in this situation is reparation, is to work on what has been spoiled. It's about fixing what needs to be fixed. For life is perfect, but sometimes we have neglected certain aspects, and so now we need to repair them. We need to attend certain issues. What we see from outside of us is good, is determination. It means that there is a profound, powerful will that is coming to us to make it happen. The universe is assisting us in making things happen. What we see in our inner emotion, our hopes and fear, is revelation. There is those revelations that are coming, and so be open. Do not pay attention to what life is telling you from within or even outside. What is being mirrored, but what comes from within is always superior to what comes from outside. For the outside may mirror us all the kind of darker aspect as well. So and the outcome is family, for we are one family under God. We are all children of God here, sons and daughters of God. And so that will give us privilege once we can create this connection, where we'll have great freedom to travel in the universe, to enjoy infinite abundance, eternal life, all the fruits of spirit. But for now, we also want to connect to our tribe, to connect to our soul group, our soul family. For we're spread out around the world, but there are certain beings that we have exactly the same soul frequency, so we resonate together without having to do any work about it. It's just something natural. For we have this original state that we are realigning with, and we have this evolved state that we are evolving towards, and the two will blend. For the higher self of the original higher self and the destiny higher self are two different higher self, and then eventually they'll blend and become one. Well, I hope this message will have meaning for you. I wanted to say that there is a great, it is done. The 154 ascended masters that incarnated on the planet are all aligned, and so that is why this revelation may come very soon, and the shift may happen. For everything is been anchored. For we are part of that group. We are part of that collective brotherhood, and so we came here as a mission of service sometimes. But we also have to enjoy our life each and every day, because if we do not enjoy our life, that means we are missing the point. So it is important to really enjoy our life. I also wanted to speak of a friend and colleague and brother. It's Commander Ashtar. The great Commander Ashtar. The Ashtar command a collective of airborne division. It's like a galactic police that used to be called the Ashtar Jerusalem Command. The Orion Jerusalem Command, now it's called the Ashtar Command, and they are the galactic police, so they have millions of ships and billions of galactic personnel. In the 1970s, Ashtar pirated the BBC in order to give a message to humanity. It's one of the first galactic message I ever heard about explaining to them the golden age. It said the galactics can give you peace, stop your nuclear wars. We'll give you all the technology you need to create a paradise for all. But they were both the American and the Russian did not pay attention to this message, and so they continued this madness of war. But so he had to break the law in order to do that, the cosmic law. And of course, nothing happened to him. It was just like, well, why not? He was just impatient, that's why he did that. And he wanted to bring men back to his... But right now, we're all invited to go visit the New Jerusalem. It's a big starship that is orbiting on the Earth. And so you just got to connect to that, ask to be invited, and you'll see. You might meet the Admiral Sananda, which is the commander of all galactic armies, but there are many beings who live in those ships. Some of them are marvelous in form, marvelous in spirit, and they all it's very different environment. So just see how you can connect to those ships. Has to be invited. You are welcome to go there. You can go in the sleep. Most people go in their sleep time, but they don't remember when they come. But it's good if your consciousness is open enough. You can actually go in while you awaken state. For everything can be revealed as soon as our consciousness is ready for it. You can also call onto the skies when you look at the sky at night to say, well, hello friends, I know you're here, please show me a sign, and maybe they will respond. There is galactics everywhere, for they are working in the waters, in the rocks, they are monitoring all the cleansing a little bit all the nuclear pollution. We're gonna have to let go of that nuclear energy. It is extremely toxic, extremely dangerous. They'll be replaced by zero-point technology really soon, and so we'll never have to be in lack for anything. For this zero-point energy is already. We don't have yet the technology, this crystal technology, but the public does not have it. But it's already exists on the Earth. And so the Ashtar Command is really ready to come down. They're waiting for the command of God. But since there is so much light that has been going on, the command has been there's a lot of things has been approved for the new age to come, and for the end of time, the scenario of the ending for all the dark hats to be emerged from the underworld into where they are, so that they can be transmuted. And the plan can actually manifest this plan of spiritual plan for because of the samsara, this shadow matrix. There was to have a plan. God had to make a special plan to save humanity, and so otherwise life happens naturally. And even then, all the darkness, everything serves the universe. Everything serves in the expansion of the universe. It's the most cutting edge place in the whole universe. That's why so many people come to incarnate here. Is because there's so much growth will be coming as a result of experiencing life in the earth. It is the most difficult school of evolution, and so by doing that, we are acknowledged for the courage, for to have standed all the tests, and to have come victorious over this darkness. And so there is a great deal of merit in incarnating on the earth and holding the light of truth. I wanted to speak of the particles of adamantine. There is those particles called adamantine. They're like little bright sparkling particles. Maybe sometimes you've been getting up too fast and you see like a white spot around this. That's what it is. And so they're like silver white particles. But in a sense, we want to hold as many as possible in our heart chakra. For God has put some reserve in our spinal column, in each of our chakras. But we want to cultivate them. They are white spark of creator light, and we can use them to manifest. Once we master this frequency of those white light particle, the adamantine particle, we can use them for instant manifestation, like bewitched, like ding 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 ding, tuck, and poof, and life's changed. So they're really magical particles. They can work for you, but we have to attune ourselves to this higher frequency of life. It is like it is like our body needs to be attuned, our consciousness needs to be attuned to this higher frequency. We have to believe, to know that this is really already available. This fifth dimension is already present. There is already a fifth dimensional earth that exists in parallel to this older matrix. So it is already there. In order to do that, we want to open our third eye. We want to work with our with the sacred fire, the sacred light. For this white light is the most pure light of the light of Creator. It includes all lights and in truth, in essence. But there is this three divine light. This with the blue light of power, which is divine will. The pink light, which is divine love, which is first the blue wheel is the blue light of divine will. We exercise it. It's the realization of the word courage. As we have the courage to perfect ourselves, to follow the inner voice, to follow the guidance, then we develop the courage and we become aligned with the divine will. Then the pink light is the divine love, which is the realization of the word compassion. And then the yellow flame is the exercise of the divine wisdom, which is the realization of the word lucidity. So we want to become lucid, compassionate, and courageous. We want to expand those to become infinitely courageous, infinitely compassionate, and infinitely wise eventually. But for now, we need to move those three attributes. They're supporting each other. The more courage we have, the more compassion and lucidity will grow. They're all growing together. There are three divine flames. So we can envision those three flames burning inside. They're like they're intertwined, and so they're a gift for their original soul frequencies. Also understanding that all the old memories will be, all cycles, all memory may still be there, all patterns of thought. So do not worry, those will be removed at some point and will be gone forever. In the meantime, don't forget to thank God and thank your guide for the freedom that is being offered, that is coming. And it is important to understand that in order to align with the I Am presence, we do need our guides, we do need angels, we do need, because we would never find it without them. Of course, there is those that say it's just me and God. Okay, fine, but even when they say that, angels and spirit are the ones that are still guiding them, and it's like on behalf of God until they get ready to. But without them, so just give them more permission to interact with you, call on them, thank them for their beautiful love and support and protection and everything they can show you and they can give you, for they are the ones that bring in the gift into your life. So it is very important to reconnect to all your family of spirit being, the family of your soul family and your family of guides. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I wish you a wonderful day and I'll talk to you later. Thank you. Namaste.